Hello and welcome, beautiful soul, to Angels Success and Prosperity Podcast. I am your host, Angel Lady Terry Marie. I am an intuitive empath coach, an angel channel, a crystal goddess, and a BS karma buster. So, this is a relatively new format, so bear with me as I get into the rhythm of this. We will be starting off with a one card from the angels and giving you some insights. And then we'll be working with the first conversation with angels, and that would be Archangel Michael, or Michael as you may be more comfortable or more familiar with that name. And so here we go. Just do a deep breathing if you would to settle and ground. And the card that just popped out for you is Angel, L. All is well, be at peace. And this is Monday, July 16th, and we have just gone through some pretty major energy upheavals and shifts, and depending upon whose information you read, right? It's creative, it is this and that. So we went through a new moon on Friday the 13th and a solar eclipse. So actually there were three magical, mystical events that happened all on one day, and it's just Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so 3 days ago. So as I understand it, with new moon and full moon energies, 3 days prior and 3 days after, you're still in the afterglow or the flow. Friday the 13th, for me, is a magical portal and energy shifts. Some people have the opposite feeling about Friday the 13th, but for me it's very magical, and something magical did happen in the way of reducing a medical bill for me by over $4,300, and it was definitely a miraculous thing. And that happened on Friday the 13th. So now, instead of $6,000 something, I now have a balance of $1,807.07. So more than $4,300 was removed. That is a miracle. And the new moon is all about bringing in what it is you want, focusing on what it is you want in a very positive, prosperous, high vibe way. And then a solar eclipse creates all kinds of energy movement. So you have three on one day, and that was just 3 days ago. So 3, which is a magical, mystical, and metaphysical number, a spiritual number. 3 divided by anything is still, you get 3, right? It's also about the Trinity. Whatever labels you want to put on it, it's the Father or Source, Spirit, and the Self. So Source, Spirit, and the Self. 3. So L is all about divine justice. That's what his name translates into. And the message on this card, and this is from our own Wings of Spirit angel cards, all is well, be at peace. And I was reminded over the weekend, or like on Friday or so, that regardless of what it looks like, and it looked like nothing was happening, I maintained in my head that not only does everything always work out, it also was, the words they were giving me, the angels, were, it's the lull before the storm, and this is a positive, not one that raises chaos and all kinds of distress or destruction. And it was in other words I got was, we're creating space. So that nothing was emptying out, but it was creating space for new, for more. It's like, okay, I get that. Because one of the stories that I tell my clients is that when it looks like nothing's happening, think of a sail ship or a ship with sails, a sailboat, and they hit this patch of what's called the doldrums, where there is nothing moving, or so it seems. And yet, so there's no wind, there's no breeze for the sails to move the boat or the ship. And yet, there is movement. There is a current below the surface, and there's movement. So just because it doesn't look like or feel like things are moving, all is well. Be at peace. If you have been doing your part, healing, forgiving, you're doing the healing work, the forgiveness work, the raising your vibe, and doing your physical action steps as you're guided, whether you work for someone else or work for yourself, then trust that just because it looks like nothing's happening, all is well. Be at peace. Because if you start getting all, in Hawaiian slang, we would call hamajang, all congested in your thoughts and your energy and your emotions, then you're actually going to cause things to stop flowing. And the very next day, so even on that day, on the 13th, I got that magical, incredibly abundant and prosperous message that my overall debt was reduced by over $4,300, and 4 and 3 make 7, which is the spiritual number. So anyway, so then what, right? So now we're going to get into it. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can read it. We're going to read for you parts of, and this is from our brand new book, Conversations with Angels. Raise your inner vibration mentally and emotionally, and it's available on Amazon in both softcover print and on Kindle. And I will add the link in a little bit. And we're going to read for you some of the conversation and perhaps just do a little bit of a discussion or some channeling about this. So this book was started in 2016 and we just finished it, okay? There are 16 different angels, and for the rest of August we're going to go over and do a little bit of work with Archangel Michael, clearing negative energy. And next Monday we'll do some readings and work with Angel Michael, Malkhiel, Angel of Inspired Creativity. And then the final Monday in August will be Angel Iahel, the quiet one, or solitude, which talks about meditation. So I'm just going to start here where he wants me to start. Okay. Archangel Michael, would you please help us understand how energy attachments, these etheric energy cords, both positive and negative, form and attach themselves to our physical bodies? Archangel Michael. Yes, it is best to receive explanation in this manner, clarifying what can often be felt, but not seen through physical sight. Allow me to explain in greater detail for all to grasp the subtle and at times overwhelming power of these energy attachments upon the physical body. Energy assumes shape, sound, and light, vibrating at both high and low frequencies. All love-based energies vibrate at higher levels of frequency, which causes these emotions associated with love and energy to be the most elusive. All fear-based energies vibrate at much lower, slower rates of frequency, very dense and at times very dark, heavy vibrations. Negativity in all forms, no matter the reason, causes dis-ease, disharmony, and imbalances on all levels of energetic vibration. The heaviness of negative thinking and feeling energies will pull you down and backwards, higher vibrational energy frequencies. Let me read that part again. The heaviness of negative thinking and feeling energies pull you down and backwards away from higher vibrational energy frequencies. Me. Archangel Michael, is this why it can often feel like an overwhelming pull backwards into the past and even prevent us from moving forward, even though this is what most humans say they want freedom from, negativity in all forms? Archangel Michael, yes, child, this is indeed one of the many causes or reasons for such struggle, often manifesting as defeat and failure. It being more clearly stated, think of this backward pulling as mud or silt being filled with water energy sinking to the lowest depths possible. It is therefore of paramount importance to nurture human spirit energy by calling forth through me the destruction and dissolution of negativity in all its forms. So, in essence, we talk about cutting cords, we talk about protecting ourselves from negative energies, right? And so how do you do that? One of the most powerful and easiest, quick ways is to call in Archangel Michael, to cut cords. Now here is something, and either it resonates with you or it doesn't. My way of understanding, and the way that Archangel Michael and the angels have been teaching me, is that when you cut cords, all cords are cut like that, positive and negative. Now here's the cool part. All the positive energy cords or etheric cords are reattached automatically. So you've had an argument or a disagreement with a best friend or your partner, business, or your loved one, your spouse, a child. You can call in Archangel Michael and ask him to cut cords. And the negativity between you and this person, your child, your friend, your business colleague, your best friend, your spouse, the negativity, the negative energy, the hurt energy is what's removed, and the love is what continues to keep the attachment between the two of you, the cord, intact. Does that mean you don't have to do forgiveness work? Probably not. Does that mean you need to never mind and pretend it never happened? No. What it can do, and what it often does, if you're allowing and you actually believe it, okay, you trust. So when I ask Archangel Michael to cut cords, I say, and I usually close my eyes at the time unless I'm driving, of course. Thank you, Archangel Michael, and you can say Michael. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting all cords from my physical body, my energy bodies, and my aura. I know and I trust that all positive energy or etheric cords reattach themselves automatically. And when I have had disagreements with my sister or my mom or a best friend or someone, and I say, thank you for cutting cords between us, I actually would say, thank you for removing the negative energy between so-and-so and I might name them. Sometimes I just cut all cords, and this is the kind of motion I do, all down my body. And I'll do it, from as far up my back as I can do, without hurting myself, and I'll do the same motion behind me. So that's for my physical self, because energetically and the angels, it's done. But if I'm doing this, then my conscious mind, my physical self, my human self is also aware that we're doing something. And because you're in physical form, beautiful soul, it's good to do physical actions. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that Archangel Michael wants to share with us from his pages. Oh, this one's really cool. Okay. So to add, right at the same spot. Okay, I am imagining this. Hang on a second. Right. Okay, so we refer to Dr. Masaru Emoto, the man who did the words with water. You know, the molecules, he had love or hate or anger or prosperity, forgiveness, beauty, those kinds of words, and what the molecules looked like. So Archangel Michael, one man, Dr. Masaru Emoto, has conducted extensive scientific studies of the power of negative and positive words and emotions on water molecules. The effect of hateful or negative thoughts and words produces distorted images of water molecules, while positive, loving thoughts and emotions produce exquisite, intricate, and delicate shapes of beauty. Archangel Michael. This is much the same effect of words, thoughts, and emotional deeds of one human upon another human, both positive and negative. Energy is free flowing, attracting, and being magnetized to like or similar vibrations or energetic frequencies. It has been said many times by many teachers and leaders, like attracts like. For this is a universal truth. It is a law, for it is unwavering. Energy is free flowing both to its lowest and to its highest points, much like water being an element whose shape is determined by the vessel which contains it. Can you begin to see through this perspective with much more clarity? Yes, Archangel Michael, I can. Thank you. What else, child, do you wish to understand on this matter? That was him. Me. Well, since you asked, please describe with as much detail as words will allow the effects energy, both positive and negative, have on the physical body, all our energy bodies, and our aura. I feel it is very important for everyone reading this to have a very clear understanding so they can become more consciously aware of what energy does to their bodies and their inner vibration mentally and emotionally. Archangel Michael. Well stated, child. We shall dissect as much as possible, using the best choice of words to accurately portray all that you have asked. Imagine and think of a pipe as a tube of light energy. Darkness represents that which is heavy, filled with fear, sadness, anger, resentment, and even heartbreak at the deepest levels of emotion known to humankind. Okay, I am imagining this. I see a rusty pipe with holes where water or light energy is leaking. It is dark and very heavy. Archangel Michael. Now, child, imagine how this filth invades and infects your physical body, spreading and flowing into all arteries within you. Can you see how darkness and shadow permeate and invade, causing destruction, manifesting physical symptoms of dis-ease? So the more that you are willing to let go, the more that you are willing to cleanse and detox using incense, singing bowls, drums, deep sage smudge with smudge bundles, taking a salt bath, and of course calling in Archangel Michael to cut cords, that you will raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you see more, you recognize more, you hear and sense more. And that is all. I'm now just checking in to make sure there was anything else I was to share with you, and the answer is we are complete. So we do have a free gift for you on angeldreamteam.com. It is Angels of Success and Prosperity. Become a mover and shaker of your reality. It is a 3-page document with all kinds of juicy tidbits and techniques for you to use to start raising your own vibe. And please do visit our Amazon author page for Conversations with Angels, and I'll put those links down below for you. If you have any questions, please post them. Do share this with your friends, and follow us for the next episode. Will be next week on Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain, which is 1 p.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. This is Angel Lady Terry Marie. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste, beautiful soul, and until next time, know that angels are always by your side. Bye-bye for now.